iPhone. We've seen some.
This is a great one.
I'm sure a lot of iPhones are coming in here in your faces.
A lot of iPhones.
Yeah.
That is... None of them have had stands.
So, my first question was, the Hannah character, was she based on any, like, real celebrity, even loosely, or, like, entirely?
No.
No?
She was just meant to represent that kind of, you know...
The whole celebrity craziness?
Yeah, that woman who, at any given moment in time, is in all the magazines.
Sure.
And is what everyone's obsessed with.
Sure. Awesome.
Which idea came first? The obsessive quality that people have with celebrities, or the idea of not letting a celebrity go, even past death?
I guess the obsessive quality. It didn't start with celebrity. It started with the disease.
Yeah.
Intimacy of disease. Dude, sure. about you know, how disease is this physical thing that's in your body that's come from someone else's body.
So it was more of having that physical connection that these people can have. Like,
Yeah.
obviously for the price, you're willing to pay.
Yeah, I was trying to think of, you know, what would be a character that would see, who would see disease
Right.
as something intimate, who could desire disease as a way to connect physically with someone, and I thought a celebrity-obsessed fan might desire that.
Awesome. Caleb, what attracted you to the script whenever you first read it?
Sorry.
No, you're fine, man.
It was, summary, I'm sorry, I've been all the question, all day.
Yeah, no worries, dude.
Question within every interview, just one question. Trying to put it a little differently every time. But I got the script. It was in a very dark place. I've been sick beforehand on another film for about 6 months, kind of tonsillitis, and then it went away, came back, went away, came back, went away. Anyways, I was sicker than I've ever been in my life, and I didn't understand why why I was being cursed in that matter, in that way, and well, fuck, so a year later, however much time later, Brandon's script, you know, comes from the heavens, and I figure that's why I was sick at that time. And then I also just moved to Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, I don't know, you guys are from Texas?
No, we're actually from St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we frequent LA a lot, though.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
we
you
do
know
go
LA,
there.
and now you've been in Texas. I don't know if you've been before, but very different places. So
Oh, yeah.
culture shock was, you know. So it was a dream come true. Not just the physicality, which also, you know, looked like a lot of fun, a lot of hard work, a lot of looked like a lot of fun, but fuck, all I'm worried about is whether or not I can get away with smoking a cigarette. Actually, I'm sorry.
I don't think it's gonna do it.
I just stopped. You don't think it's gonna do it?
I don't know. I don't know. It's got a
I
fire
feel like the
alarm.
fire alarm is
Yeah,
going to go
it's
off.
gonna set off.
Yeah, that's not right. No, but anyways, I'm sorry. So, pretty spent.
No, I totally understand, man.
But, yeah, because there was a lot of things, you know. No, it was, the part was a dream come true.
Awesome.
In many different aspects as well.
Sure.
I was trying to get at is, I had the ability to, as I saw it, to be able to create this creature.
Yeah.
I saw him as a monster, and that really attracted me a lot. I saw him as a product of the world around him, which I understand this. And everything that it was saying, I was so happy, you know. It was right on the money.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, I totally hear you there. It seems like most of the characters almost become products. There's
Oh yeah,
not a lot of personality. I mean, obviously there's some personality that the actors are putting into the performances, but it seems like they're just cogs in this huge machine, and
I mean,
that's
we are
very.
cogs in this
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but it just feels, it feels very apparent in this film.
And that's one of the things that attracted to me, because the script was, there's nothing missing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The end changed when I first read it. It was a different ending, and the only reason I think I liked the older ending was because I'd read it and fallen in love with everything. You know what I mean? And yet now I would hate the ending that we had before this. I could see no other way except for how it ended now.
Did you guys film both innings, or you only?
No.
It's in the writings.
Just
Yeah.
okay, awesome.
It was just one of the many small. I'm guessing. I don't know. Because that was the first time I read it.
Yeah, I kept playing
Variations
with it
of-
for a long time, messing with stuff.
Awesome.
In the film,
But there's no other. You know what I mean? I can't. After doing it, after being Sid for a bit, and then that's how exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how it had to happen.
Sure.
In the film, there's a scene where Sid has a fever dream, where you have this physical convergence of Sid and the machine that he's hiding away. This was the only dream sequence in the film. I was just curious, why wasn't that explored a little more?
No, there are other dream sequences in the film.
Okay.
When he's walking through the hotel, and he's touching the flowers is one that repeats, and in the white room at the end when he sees her lying in bed and then he wakes up. So that was the most. the machine
Played with dream quite.
Yeah,
Seems
yeah.
pretty prominent.
Well, I mean, that's obviously like the main dream sequence that has the convergence of the machine and the flesh.
I wanted that one to be because it's sort of the tipping point, because it's that moment where it comes inside him and he sort of this thing that he does, he sort of feels distance from, but in that moment it is him, and it's this sort of glimpse into where everything comes together, where he is part of that machine, where he is a product of his environment. It's sort of a glimpse where that's kind of literally comes out to the surface of his body. And I wanted to give it kind of extra hit of significance. But he does dream throughout. It's just a particularly important moment.
Awesome. With the celebrity craziness and the cell phone hacking and all that stuff, do you think that we're that much further off from a reality that seems like that?
No, I think it's only a very slight exaggeration of our existing culture.
Awesome.
Can you tell me a little bit about the score?
Yes.
Like I love the score. I'm a huge fan of like ambient soundscapes and stuff like that. I mean, was that your intention when you first went in, or was that something that the composer just was like, hey, I'm just gonna throw my spin on it? Or can you even give me background of the composer?
Yeah, E.C. Woodley is the composer, and he's fantastic. I always wanted to kind of.
And I finally got to meet him.
They got along. I always wanted this sort of a bit of a mix between acoustic and synth.
Synthetic, yeah.
And so I talked to Eric, the composer, and he knew someone who had this huge bank of analog synths, like old analog synths.
I know, I told you that.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, that's perfect. And he was like, and he showed me some tests they had been running, taking like orchestral chords that he'd pre-recorded and then just running it through the synths and messing with. So he, it was really collaborative. There was a great collaboration with him. We get along really well. He's actually my cousin.
Oh.
So we had a
blood, isn't it?
and he did the music from one of my shorts.
Yeah.
So it was.
I was so.
It was such an awesome score. It was great. I mean, you saw it today?
Yeah.
Was it loud?
Yeah. I mean, it was perfect.
Yeah, was it loud?
Yeah, it was perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, last night it was really it was loud and it really immersed you.
Yeah, they cranked it up to 7.5.
That'll do it. Yeah.
But he was. I mean, I say it's collaborative. He deserves full credit for being for composing, but he was good enough. We had a good enough relationship that I could sort of sit in when he was doing music editing, and we really talked a lot about everything from very abstract thematic elements to the details, just like little bits where they fall. It was it's a wonderful process.
What did you go through to prepare for the role? I mean, there's so much physical and like emotional toll that it had to have taken. Like, how did you like approach the preparation, and were there any specific difficult scenes to shoot?
I mean, every scene was a nightmare, in a way, just because of the worry of fucking it. Yeah, I mean, there's
like, did you do any method acting? Anything crazy like that?
Crazy. I guess the pressure, when you're under that pressure and you have to come through, everything feels pretty crazy. But first thing I did when I knew I was going to do the part, I got a cane and just went outside and did that until we started shooting. I mean, pretty much throughout the whole film I was with the cane, just because I was so worried that it looked like a limp, or you know what I mean? It's just,
yeah.
I needed to, and I don't know if I did that correctly, but I think it was pretty close to.
Yeah, it looked good.
But a lot of method things, I suppose, pain, hunger, things like this, so that I could get something in the eyes that was real and not fabricated. Pain and hunger were big parts of Sid.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of scenes where in your eyes it just looked like you had been tortured for an unrealistic amount of time. So it looked like you had gone through all the things. It didn't start at the top where you start doing the diseases. It kind of caught in right in the middle. So the viewer has no idea how long you've been doing selling everything and stuff like that. So
I think I like this.
Yeah, this is
not knowing that.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. That's what I was afraid of. I didn't know if we were gonna go in and we'd see it from top to bottom. I like whenever you go in the middle and you make your own.
That's the only way to.
Yeah.
For Sid, I think if we told you what happened before,
sure,
what happened, how he got in the game, then Sid would not be at all the mystery that
absolutely
he was, or as identifiable,
right?
Because then we start picking it apart. Oh my, I didn't have that. Well, that's not mine. Now I think he's more. He can be more everyone with no past and just kind of just a glimpse of it, and that's only through the eyes.
Sure.
And the way he lives, and the way he, socially, how he talks to people, and everything.
Awesome.
This tells us who he is.
Yeah.
And Brandon, you know what I mean? It was very easy.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't have to tell myself, my parents were this, and we were born, blah, 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 and my birthday was in, I probably had a brother who died when he was 3, and it was really hard on me because, so... But I'm learning. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
You're doing it well, man. It's okay. Yeah, keep doing it.
Well, thank you very much, but I don't think you ever know. I just think you get better at maybe from getting from 1 to 10, you get a little better at somehow doing that. You get more used to it.
Sure.
Everything is still a puzzle, I think, every time. And if it's not, then you shouldn't be doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that goes with most of anything I've been doing in life recently.
I gotta ask, what the heck was the cell meat?
You can curse it, it just doesn't really...
Okay. I mean, what was that made of in like the butcher shops?
Well, I had it for the first time 2 nights ago. No, seriously.
At first it looked like
no, not for the first time. For the first time properly made is what I was told. That I don't mean for the first time.
It's they call it seitan. It's a wheat gluten, like it's the protein part of wheat, and they use it for making fake meat. And I like it a lot because I don't actually eat meat. So,
okay.
What I had was horrible, but a few nights ago, and it's pretty tasty.
Finally here in Austin, Caleb was able to try it when it's properly prepared. Yeah. The stuff in there had no flavoring, no...
Now that was mayonnaise, mustard, and all these spices on top of this sandwich, to help this meat.
Yeah. So
Cool.
gluten.
Yeah, gluten.
At first it looked like cookie dough. Whenever it was cutting in, I'm like, nope, that's not cookie dough.
Did you guys eat anything while watching it?
No.
Actually, I had chocolate chip cookies after.
But my buddies afterwards, they were like, someone brought up food and they went, yeah, fuck, man. That was the worst time to be eating something. All right, guys. You know, that's great news.
Well, I think
Awesome.
we got it right.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
We appreciate it.
Yes,
Awesome.
thank you for coming. It's good stuff.